in the cars. We watched Dawson Cram go down into turn 1 on his green flag lap, drifting up the racetrack just a little bit right there in the middle of the corner.
This will be his first start at Texas if he can make it. Not a guarantee, because a couple of cars will have to go home. 40 cars for 38 spots today.
Junior, let's check in with John Hunter Nemechek before we get too deep into qualifying here. I notice you're studying SMT here. So when you're studying that, what are you learning?
Just trying to figure out where we're lacking speed over the long run. There were a couple cars that were better than us, I felt like, on the long run. So hopefully we can get our Romco Toyota GR Supra tuned up to be as fast as Xfinity 10G today. But most of all, just studying where I'm getting beat. You'll hear it a lot on the radio during the race from crew chiefs studying SMT or watching SMT and relaying that information over. But here after practice and trying to figure out what we need for race adjustments going into today's race, it's on me. So learn as much as I can.
Sage Karam taking the 66 around, putting it just below Kyle Sieg, who also took laps in one of 4 RSS racing cars entered here this weekend. Now it's Patrick Emmerling's turn.
Just a little bit up off the bottom of the racetrack there. Didn't really get right down to the bottom and finish the corner well. So you can see how it cost him some time down the back straightaway.
Emmerling a 30.3, and we'll put him 4th. Right now, this is the team car, and the co-owner of Emmerling Gase Motorsports is Joey Gase.
Joey's got a lot of experience. Does a good job with this race car. It's a good racer, smart racer, puts himself in good position, gets good solid finishes from the performance that he has in this race car. So should get a good qualifying run.
Joey was 36th in practice.
See what he can do here.
Smooth up off the line. He's going to be off of the lap of Kyle Sieg. Can he beat his teammate? That's a big question. Yes, he did. And they're lined up with some of the faster playoff cars coming out late. So it'll be down to who's quickest near the end here. Just 1 lap of qualifying in the Xfinity Series on tracks like this, and that'll be the case again today.
Daly didn't get to the bottom of the racetrack there. Cost him a lot of time down the back straightaway. Went down into 1 and just couldn't turn the wheel, or either it was tied up the racetrack or he's losing the back of the race car a little bit. It cost him, and it's happening here again as well in turn 3 and 4. David Starr, David from Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Raced in the Truck Series for many, many years. Had a great career in the Truck Series and makes an occasional Xfinity start here in his home state.
Wait for Parker to go out a little bit later. Kyle Weatherman went out and put the 91 on top of the board. You also saw Daniel Dye in the red 44 for Alpha Prime Racing, trying to make his first start in the Xfinity Series here this weekend. He is currently in 5th, and this is Blaine Perkins.
Yeah, this is Blaine Perkins. This is his first start at Texas in the Xfinity Series. He's finished 26th last year in the trucks, though, so he has a little bit of experience. But again, you go out, you get a little bit of practice time. You come out, you got to qualify these cars, and then you got to go make hay. It's really hard on these young guys, these inexperienced guys in this series.
The lap by Weatherman was the fastest lap run today at a 29.63, and he was 10th in practice. So
pretty good.
Yeah, that gives us an idea, I guess, of what you might need to be running to be in the top 10, top 12 in this field.
See what Jeffrey Earnhardt can do. Another Alpha Prime Racing car, and it goes 10th.
I have to imagine that the track, with the temperature, we've seen some odd things happen as far as the tracks get faster over the course of qualifying, because every car is picking up rubber off the racetrack and making the track greener, if you will, and improving the grip in the corners. But with this track and the heat that we are expecting today, you have to wonder that going out early might still be a bit of an advantage. It was a 95-degree track temp at the start of practice. Now it's 103, so not a huge difference. But I wonder if that will benefit Weatherman, having going out so early with a car that was reasonably quick in practice. Will going out so early help him or hurt him? The one thing I didn't like about last week was the comments by Sam and Jones about the accident with Josh Berry. You got your teammates, you bite your tongue, you get out, you have a private conversation about it, and you don't throw rocks and stones at each other in the media, and that was the only thing that disappointed me about the whole thing. So I think Austin's got a great point there, and I love the interview all the way up, until
you throw stones at everybody else.
That's right. I mean, he's out there trying to get a mental edge.
That's right.
In the playoffs with these drivers. But I loved everything he said about how he and his teammate were going to handle it and how they have handled it, and he squashed it, right? It's put to bed. There's no more concern going into this race today that's going to carry on.
Good lap for Josh Williams, 6th right now. You saw Brennan Poole up there in a top 5 run for him as well. And I've written down the word prickly.
And Brandon Jones was able to go out there and run a 45 to put a 9 car up at the top of the board. He was 8th in practice. Run's going to put him in 3rd place right there. Jeremy was 17th overall in practice. So I think they improved quite a bit there for his qualifying lap.
Jeb's teammate, Parker Retzlaff, on track now. Saw him walking around in a cowboy hat yesterday. Yes, that's a look deployed by a lot of drivers this weekend.
Oh, we in Texas?
We
gotta have a cowboy hat on Texas, man. Come on. What you talking about?
Star in your car and a cowboy hat in your head, right?
Yeah, man.
4th for Retzlaff in the 31.
Kaz Grala slots in at the 4th spot right there with that lap. I think that's a pretty good lap for that crew. 22nd in practice, so a big pickup for them.
Yeah, Kaz has finished top 10 last 2 starts here. So in his last 2 starts period, Kaz has had strong finishes. He always does a good job. Does a good job in that race car.
Ryan Sieg in the 39. I think it's the last of the RSS racing cars coming out. 4 trying to get in the show today. Ryan with the top 10 here last year in this race.
Got 18 starts here at Texas. Another race team, just a guy that pulls it up by his bootstraps and goes and gets it. And you pull for Ryan Sieg, just like you pull for Jeremy Clements. These guys come with less and they do more. And it's fun to watch him have success and get up and battle these big guys at these tracks.
Josh Berry in the green compared to the top runner so far, Brandon Jones.
Got up the racetrack, though, on corner exit. Lost a lot of time off turn 4. Still going to be a reasonably good lap, but I bet he's going to want to have that one back. Just rushed, he went down into 3. Said, hey, I'm going to commit to the throttle, and the car just couldn't stay on the bottom of the racetrack. And here comes Sam Mayer to try to run his lap. He won't get that information about what Josh Berry did or what Josh Berry might have done better or differently, but he'll go out here and try to make that mistake. But that shows you how good Josh got around turn 1 and 2. A good opportunity here to be able to. But he gets up the racetrack as well.
Yeah, you can see that race car slide just a hair.
So it's talking about getting tight. So when he gets down into 3 and you go to commit to the throttle and the car gets tight,
Austin Hill was really good here last year, man. Almost won that race, finished 2nd. So expecting a big weekend out of him. Let's see if he can get this car qualified. Going into turn 3, pretty good though, Dale.
Yeah, he's only half a tenth off, so he'll be able to gain on this exit right here and probably eclipse the lap that Berry ran. It's gonna be close.
Oh, wow.
Boy, not by much. A couple of hundredths right there.
Somebody's gonna beat it. Look at this 27 car, Jeb Burton out there on the racetrack, left rear tire, a little bit of smoke.
You're just not going to let that stand. That turn 3 and 4 just has you bugged on the 8 car, doesn't it?
Surprised if he can hang on to the pole. Spotting the field there, a little bit of time on the exit there, but here's Jeb Burton. He's not going to be happy with this. Car just not comfortable enough to get down there and commit to 1 and 2.
It is not.
Look at the smoke on the left rear tire, just rubbing the body a little bit. Probably nothing to be concerned with.
Mentioned it earlier, last ride for Trevor Bayne in the 19 car for this season as scheduled currently in the green.
Yeah, he's got a great shot at it down here if he can hold the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to gain a bunch of time right here and put down a good lap in the 20s.
Oh, what a good lap. Wow.
29-20.
Oh boy, you won. Good job.
Fastest man in practice.
I think it's because, to me, Brad, it's because it's a combination of ice cream and Reese's
Can
Cups,
you
right?
imagine that?
Right?
That blows my mind, man.
Two great things.
Yes.
Coming together.
Yes.
Oh, turn 1 and 2, pretty good.
Oh, that's strong. That is strong.
Justin Allgaier, can he do it again? He's been on pole for the last 2.5 miles. Losing time here, but can he hold it close to wide open? How about that exit?
This is going to be a big lap.
it's going to be so close.
Hey, it's a big lap. He's got it.
Yes,
Wow.
Justin Allgaier.
P1,
Again.
2019, man.
Wow.
Good job.
Wow.
Heck yeah, dude. Thank you, boys.
Well, you heard him just take a breath. Wow, what a lap. Outstanding.
And the combination, Dale Jr., between what a driver wants, what a crew chief knows he can give him. I mean, Justin and Jim Pullman are just hitting right on that.
Yeah, the change from crew chiefs over the offseason was a big concern for Justin, and was this the right thing to do? He'd been with Jason Burdett for so many years, and they'd had a lot of success together. It was a big risk and a big jump, but so far this combination's starting to bear a lot of fruit here late in the season.
10th career pole for Allgaier, and it comes at a good time in the playoffs.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.